I was already standing when the joke landed because they'd never planned a chair for me. The hall smelled like lilies and expensive promises. Glassware chimed, silk brushed silk, and there I was, parked by the entrance, back straight, hands folded, like a decorative mistake. My father's laugh cut through the music. "Good thing our daughter can stand watch today." He said it loudly, proudly. The room rewarded him with polite laughter. I felt every eye test my worth and pass. The doors behind me breathed cold air with every guest. Each gust felt intentional, like the building itself reminding me where I belonged. My mother avoided my eyes. My sister didn't. She smiled at me the way people smile at streetlights, grateful for the function, blind to the cost. The planner gestured toward me once, uncertain. My father waved her off. "She's fine there." He leaned in, voice syruped with contempt. "A gate guard suits her, always has." I kept my face calm. Calm is a weapon when you know how to hold it. I learned early that love in our house was conditional. It was earned by applause, grades, marriages that photographed well. I had stopped auditioning years ago. They called it rebellion. I called it survival. Once I had been the smart one, the reliable one, the one who stayed up late helping my father with invoices when his business wobbled, the one who paid the electricity bill without being asked. When his company collapsed, the story they told didn't include me. It needed a villain, not a witness. They said I chose a small life, that I wasted my education, that guarding gates, security consulting, they never said the full title, was proof of my failure. They liked simple labels. They stuck better. I watched servers glide past me with trays I could never afford to spill. I watched my father's ring flash as he clapped a guest on the shoulder. He had that ring because I sold my car to keep his accounts from freezing. He'd forgotten, or pretended to. Forgetting is easier when it's profitable. The memory slid in quietly. Me, years ago, sitting across from him at the kitchen table. His hands shaking then, too, papers everywhere. He asked me to help, just for a while. I did more than help, I fixed it. I learned where money hid and how lies aged. I learned who owed him and who he owed. I learned how fear smells when it sweats. And I learned something else. He had signed my name on documents without asking. Loans, guarantees, a neat little plan that collapsed when I refused to keep quiet. He called it betrayal. I called a lawyer. Tonight wasn't about anger. Anger is loud. This was about balance. I checked my watch. 1 minute late. I smiled. The phone in my pocket vibrated once. A confirmation. I made one call back, low and brief. Proceed. The first limousine rolled up like punctuation. Black, long, unapologetic. Then another. 10 in total. They lined the curb with military precision, engines humming like restrained animals. Drivers stepped out in synchronized calm. Doors opened, not for celebrities, for accountants, for partners, for people who knew my name. The music stuttered. Conversations died mid-sentence. My father turned. His face lost its color the way paper burns. Fast, irreversible. His hands began to shake. I didn't move from my post. The first guest approached me. "Ms. Khan?" Respectful, curious. He shook my hand. Then another, and another. Each one asked permission to enter. Each one waited for my nod. My father pushed through the crowd. "What is this?" he hissed, the sneer cracking. I met his eyes for the first time that night. He saw it then. The calm wasn't weakness. It was containment. "They're here for the ceremony," I said, "and the announcement." My mother's lips parted. She understood before he did. Mothers always do. I stepped forward, not onto the stage, into the space he thought he owned. A coordinator handed me a microphone without a word. People make room when the air shifts. "I'd like to thank my parents," I said, voice steady, unadorned, "for teaching me where I belong." A ripple. By the door, watching who comes in. I paused, let the room lean. It turns out that's a valuable position. I didn't list numbers. I didn't need to. The partners did it for me. Quiet conversations bloomed like bruises, accounts mentioned, contracts referenced, a wedding venue suddenly heavy with arithmetic. My father tried to speak. No sound came out. "I'm transferring my shares tonight," I continued, effective immediately. I looked at my sister, softly. "Your wedding gift." The room exhaled. Some faces smiled. Others recalculated. When it was over, I returned the microphone. I went back to the door. Habit dies last. My father sat down hard, smaller, older. The ring didn't shine anymore. I didn't hate him. Hate takes energy. I felt clean. As the guests filed past me, they thanked me, not for the spectacle, for the clarity. Power recognizes its own.